Hey gang, welcome back. I hope that you are all doing well in this crazy time of life that is a bit askew, and that is putting it mildly. I know. My apologies for not being around the last month. I just had a note in the last couple of days asking for an update on my weight loss update, and so I'm here to tell you that there is none. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that I have been comfort eating during this time. It's driving me crazy to have both ears plugged in, so we're just going to have one ear plugged in for now. But I have been comfort eating during this madness in life, and so I am still taking 50 milligrams of Topiramate once per day, and I have been on Topiramate for a little over a year. I had originally started to take it for weight loss. I know that it was originally prescribed for most people for migraine use, and still is prescribed that way to this day. A side effect, to back up just momentarily, for those of you who are new here, welcome, glad to have you here. Topiramate was originally prescribed to people for migraines, and a side effect was weight loss, and so they have now started to, in the last few years, started to prescribe it to people for weight loss. And I had started to take you on my journey on my channel. So in giving you this update, no, I have not lost any more weight. I have lost close to 50 pounds, and I've stopped. I have not been doing my intermittent fasting, which I had started at the end of December of 2019, because I started to comfort eat. No, that's probably not the right thing to do, but for now, that is where I am at. And I wanted to give you that update. I'm being real and honest. If you are here expecting drastic results, I'm here to tell you that you're probably on the wrong channel, because you're not going to get that here. If you look on Instagram and you see the before and after pictures, you need to know that those things did not happen overnight. And no, regardless of what weight loss road that those people traveled, we live in a microwave society, and it does not happen like that, and it's really not going to happen on this channel. And so if you are here to just follow a real person's struggles and real life, welcome, and I'm glad to have you here. If you are looking for that instant microwave, instant results type of situation, I'm sorry, but this is not the channel for you. And so I wish you well on finding what you are looking for, but that's not here, because that's just not going to happen. I have struggled with my weight my entire life, and I would like someday not to have to struggle with that, and maybe that won't happen until I'm dead. I really don't know, but I'm just being real upfront and honest with you. And I don't want to take up a whole lot of your time today. I did shoot this video once already today. I was in the midst of doing my editing, and I bored the crap out of myself. So I scrapped it, and here we are again. And I am refilming it because, yeah, I just wasn't happy with it. Do you ever do that? It's kind of like proofreading a letter. I'm kind of a stickler on that, whether it's an email or whatever kind of paraphernalia. I do try to proofread before I put things out, just to try and make sure that what I am putting out, that I'm happy with it. And if I'm not happy with it, I like to just scrap it and start over, at least tweak it a little bit. And so today's earlier filming, yeah, I was like, I chucked that in the bucket and I got rid of that, and I am back with a different video. Pretty much the same premise. Gonna make it a little bit shorter because I kind of droned on in the other one, and I was like, yeah, no, when I'm even boring myself, I know that I'm gonna bore the rest of y'all. Now, I'm not in full makeup. My hair is, honey, this is Saturday in quarantine, so if y'all are looking for somebody perfectly made up and all that jazz, today it is not happening. This is not gonna happen today, okay? I'm just being real. Had a little bit of a crying jag earlier with a friend on the phone, just about life in general and not being able to get together, and just like the rest of you, kind of the quarantine blues, and praying for people. And I have a friend who found out that they have prostate cancer and has to have surgery in the near future, and praying for him and things like that, you know, finding out that there are more people that are getting the virus, and just lots of sad things, and trying to look for some happy things. And sometimes, though, you just have to have a good cry, and don't ever chastise yourself if you do sit down and have a good cry. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I don't know if you can hear it or not because I do have my headset plugged in, but our fire whistle is going off in town, so hopefully everything is okay. As I say, we're trying to look for the positive. The fire whistle is going off. So what I had started to talk to you about once already today was something that I've talked to you guys about before, and I just really want to reiterate it again, and that is about journaling and how important I think that is for all of us to do, and especially, well, anytime, but especially right now, to get our feelings out. I think it's good therapy, especially in those times where maybe it's not an opportune time to talk to somebody else, or maybe it's something that you can't maybe necessarily share with a loved one or a friend or anything. It's something that's personal or unique just to you, and you don't feel comfortable sharing with someone else. But I am going to share with you, and I've never done this with anyone ever before, ever, and that is honest to God truth. I'm going to share with you a little bit of what I wrote in my journal today, because I struggle on my weight loss journey, I struggle with myself, and not always wanting to be honest with myself, not always wanting to face what exactly I'm truly feeling, and being, you know, kind of laying the cards on the table, so to speak. I always like to put up that wall and ignore and hope it'll go away, kind of thing. And so that's why I extend my apologies today for not filming sooner, putting up a video sooner, because I was putting up my wall because of the fact that I haven't lost weight, because I have been comfort eating. I get scared about judgment from others, and I was afraid to come here. In all truth and honesty, I was afraid to come here and share with you because I felt like a failure. And, you know, I decided today, it is what it is. I was listening to Brene Brown on Netflix. She has a special. And I encourage you to check her out. Let me see here if I can find it real quick. It's called The Call to Courage by Brene Brown. and it is really good. The Call to Courage, Brene Brown, and she talks about a lot of really good stuff in there. I'm not going to do any spoilers. You got to go out and listen to it for yourself, but she gives you a lot of good information. But she kind of spurred me on this morning, actually, to say, you know what, it is what it is, and that's why I decided to journal, and then I decided to turn on the camera and come and talk to you guys today, because I need you guys. It's part of my journey. It's part of my healing. I do worry about you guys all the time, and I feel like it's not fair to not come and film for you guys, because I want to share, I want to talk to you, and I love reading your feedback. I love to respond to you guys, and I want to reiterate one more time, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not in the medical profession at all. I am just an average run-of-the-mill person who takes Topiramate. I'm just like you guys, nothing different. So please don't expect me to give you any kind of medical advice, because I cannot and I will not. I will always encourage you to seek advice from your doctor first and foremost. But I am here to be a person who you can talk to, who you can share with. I'm always here for that. So here's what I wrote in my journal earlier today, and consider yourselves lucky, because this might not ever happen again, because I consider my journal sacred, private, and some of my innermost personal thoughts, and I just don't share it with anybody, because I feel like this is my only place that I can truly dump and be utterly and completely myself in my journal. It's a place where I know that I can share absolutely anything with no fear of judgment. It's another weekend in quarantine. Part of me wants to do some things, and part of me feels in a stuck vegetative state. I'm super struggling internally about my weight, looking at myself when I do, getting fully disgusted and ashamed about how big I am. I lie to myself daily, telling myself I'm not that bad, until I see a picture of myself in a group of people and see how large I truly am. It's so shameful to me. But what do? I end up eating more. I don't try to exercise or eat less to correct the problem. It's like the wall goes up and I shut down and retreat. I don't want to fail yet again. And I guess because I've been on so many diets, I've tried so many things, and it's just a small taste of how I feel on the inside and the inner dialect that I have with myself. And what I'm trying to do now is to face that inner dialect, to bring that inner dialect to light, to kind of write it down and to dissect it a little bit, to really see what I am thinking and try to analyze it a little bit as to, it's like, why am I feeling like this? And this is just for me. Everybody has to do what they feel most comfortable with. But for me, I thought today I just really need to pull that out, because I think these thoughts and it all gets kind of muddled up, and then I shut it down and I try to run away from those thoughts and those feelings because I get so ashamed of myself. And so I really want to refocus, reanalyze, and start to say, why do I always do this to myself? Why do I feel this way? And what seems to be my triggers? Why, just to see if I can kind of delve a little bit deeper to see what's happening inside. So anyway, that is my update. I didn't want to make this too long and drawn out like I did the first one. Oh my word, it was over half an hour long, and it was a lot. It was a lot. It was too painful even for me. And I'm the one on the video. Oh. So anyway, I spared you. You're welcome. Anyway, I pray that you are healthy, that you are happy, that you are safe. I pray that you have peace in your life. And remember, I don't care if you are on Topiramate or not. You don't have to be on Topiramate to be here. I want you to be healthy and happy and safe, as I always say in my outros, always. And if you are taking this Topiramate, and I've had so many comments about this, if it is making you feel in a way that you are not comfortable, please talk to your doctor. It is so vitally important that you keep open communication with your doctor. Don't sweep this under the rug. Don't just complain to a significant other, spouse, brother, sister, mother, father, whatever. You need to talk to your doctor and say, this is how this is making me feel. I've been on this for X amount of time. I would think I should be over this maybe by now. Should I continue on this path, or is there something different to take if it's not working for you? If it's working for you, kudos. If you're taking it for, one gal that I talked to the other day is taking it for seizures. And I told her, first and foremost, I want her to be seizure-free. That is the goal, seizure-free. And then later on, you can worry about your weight. The most important thing is getting the seizures under control. If you're taking it for migraines, you need to get your migraines under control. That's so vitally important. Don't worry about the weight so much right now. Get your migraines under control. It's about, prioritizing and getting the most important things taken care of first. I'm not saying that weight is not important at all, but what I am saying is the migraines are more important. The seizures are more important to get those things under control. And if this medication does not feel as though it's working for you, please, please, please talk to your doctor. That open line of communication is so, so, so important, because they can't read your mind. If you don't tell them, they don't possibly know what it is that you're going through, and they need to know, okay? If you can, as you are having certain things happen, keep a list and write those things down so that when you do talk to your doctor again, you have a list. That's always really a helpful thing to do. Because sometimes when you get to the doctor, or maybe it's a video chat, like in these days and times right now, like a video conference with your doctor, sometimes you get kind of nervous or hyped up during a talk with your doctor. Sometimes you can forget, and then you get off the phone, or you get home from the doctor visit, you go, oh, I meant to tell him or her this or that. If you can start a little bit of a list as to the questions or concerns that you have for your doctor, that is super duper helpful, super helpful. So always remember to try to do that as well. Any questions, comments, or concerns that you have, I welcome them. Negativity will not be tolerated on my channel. I have blocked people. This is a safe zone. Always remember that. There is only love here. So please be safe in these days and times. Please be careful. I love each and every one of you, and I thank you for being here. And until next time, I will catch you on the flip side. Be safe, everybody. Bye, guys.